Today we're going to build a planter out of 2x5s and we're going to be attaching it to this black wall here. So let's get going. Okay, so apologies, they're actually 2x6s. So we're going to have 4 2x6s up and then using the other two to do the sides. So we've got the treated timber from B&Q. I think that came to about £70 for the 6 2x6s. For this job you're going to need a miter saw that slides because they're big pieces of wood. You're going to need an impact driver, a drill, tape measure, some long wood screws and some fixings to attach it to the wall, because we're only going to do a 3-wall planter, not a 4-wall. And you're going to need some gloves. And you're also going to need 2 different drill bits, one for like wood and one for masonry to get it into the wall. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make the smaller pieces for the side of the planter now and yeah, get going. We've got 8 of these. They're 60 centimeters, so these are going to create the edges of our planter, and then these ones are going to stay as they are at 2.4 meters. So we're just going to start screwing them all in now using these long screws, and yeah, just see how it goes really. And then I definitely want to attach it to the wall, because I've got a feeling that, you know, in 5 months time it'll just fall over. So yeah, let's get screwing in. Do it the other way so that when we've got it, we can just move it straight over. Okay, so one quick tip before you do any projects like this, just make sure that your battery packs are charged, because our progress has come to a halt. But I'm just going to clear this area ready for it. Okay, so I'll just show you what we're doing. Just as a disclaimer, we have no idea what we're doing, okay? This is how we're doing it. So yeah, we're just getting the edge pieces, put them there. What we're going to do to secure the side panels is we're going to just drill a little hole through here. Yeah, drill a hole, and then it just helps the screws go through nicely. So, and then we'll screw in one here, and then we're going to do another one on the top over there. So. Okay, so now the drill hole is done, we're just going to screw these long screws into each other. And again, we're just drilling a hole. And then we'll screw the long screws into there. But what we have to do with these ones, because they're just a little bit too short, we have to bury the head so that it does eventually come into the second piece. just to make sure I know where the screws are for the next one, I'm just going to mark out with my pen. Oh, there it is. Mark out with my pen where that actually is. There, so that we don't double screw on top of each other. Okay, so we've just placed it over there for now. Of course, we need to make the area level, and we also want to bury the cables, but we're just going to go for a dog walk now and come and sort this out later. I also want to attach it to the wall just so that in the future there's no risk of it coming forward. But yeah, I think I'm pretty impressed with it. That'll take loads of earth, so that's good because we've got loads of earth behind me where we need to store it in there. And then it'll also hide like the tombstone-y looking thing on the wall, and yeah, and then we can start to have some nice plants in there. But what we want to do is clad it in some of the cladding we've got left over from our dormer extension. So we're hoping, we just need to do the maths, but we're hoping there'll be enough to clad the outside of this like vertically like that, but we'll have to just check that we do have enough. But if not, it does look quite nice as it is. We can just stain it with a different colour. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm popping some weed membrane on the inside of the planter and using a staple gun to secure it into place. This will just kind of like preserve the wood for as long as possible and obviously stop any weeds coming through. Okay, and this is how the planter is looking. Excuse the garden, it's still a bit of a mess, but I went to B&M and I grabbed these olive trees and this blue grass. I think it came to like £60 for the 4 of them. We filled the soil to the brim. I'll show you from where in a minute. But I'm going to put like lavender in there and lots of other nice plants. But I just need to start collecting them really. And just to show you, we did attach it to the wall in the end. Sorry that I forgot to film us doing that. But yeah, this is how the planter is looking. We just need to ignore the rest of the garden. We need to get to doing that very soon. And we can now the weather is nice. But yeah, we took out the bamboo from this side of the garden and used the planter like a skip to fill it all up. Ever since I've done this planter, I've noticed that a lot of advice has come up on my TikTok on how to preserve planters. And realistically, I should have put bitumen inside and I should have laid it on gravel. So if you are going to do that with your planter, then just make sure that you do those 2 steps to preserve the planter a little bit longer. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this planter video.